Hi, I'm Tammy and welcome to Pregnancy Yoga. Today we're going to focus on strength and stability. So the practice is particularly for the second trimester and onwards. We'll be building strength around the glutes, the legs, and also the pelvic floor so that your pelvis is nice and stable, and this helps prevent lower back pain and discomfort, especially as you get a bit bigger. First of all, start with your feet nice and hip width, maybe a little bit wider as your hips are getting bigger, so just be mindful of that. One hand to the lower belly, one hand to the lower back. Bend the knees, and with the knees bent, push the ground away from you to strengthen your legs. As you push the ground away from you, it kind of sends the pelvis forward and your belly button up and straight ahead. I'll show you from the side. So you're pushing the floor away and lifting the belly. So push the floor away, scoop the tailbone under, and it makes your belly button sink. Yeah, can you see that? Hopefully. All right. So from here, you've got the support from underneath you, carrying the weight of your tummy, and then lengthen the belly, lift the chest, and roll the shoulders back. So from a good standing posture, we'll take the arms up and slowly start to reach all the way. And then exhale, arms around to the side, come into a forward bend. Slide the hands to the knees bend, and come into a squat. From squat position, walk the hands out forward and the knees come down to the floor. So now the next warm-up we'll come into is from tabletop position. So this is particularly great if you've got kind of an imbalance in your pelvis and a weakness on one side. This helps build up the strength on both sides. So first of all, take the right leg out and the left arm. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it in toward the middle. And just repeat that, synchronizing movement and breath, aiming for about 10 on each side. And then over to the other side, left leg, right arm, inhale, extend, reach, keep square through the pelvis, even in the shoulders. Exhale, draw into your midline. As your belly gets bigger, you won't want to bring the knee too far in. That's fine, as long as you're lifting from your glute. So bring the hand back down, take a deep breath, and remember when you're pregnant you've got a lot more blood flow in the body, so you can feel quite lightheaded and dizzy, so remember to rest whenever you need to. Like now's a good time to rest. Bring the knees wide, little child's pose here, and just let your heartbeat come down a little. So back to tabletop, we'll carry on. Now let's just take the right knee out to the right in line with your hip. But at the same time, you don't want to shift all the way over to your left side. So try and stay quite stable and centered. So inhale, knee goes out to the right, exhale, bring it down. If you're feeling any pinching or sort of compression in your hip, then you just take the knee out back a little bit more. If you feel quite strong here, you can do the next 5 by extending and kicking the leg out. And then the left side. Inhale up, exhale down. I've got to just move over a little bit because there's not enough room for my very long legs to kick out, but I'll try. So inhale and kick. 2, 3, 4. Try and keep the arms straight and the chest up. 5. And again, knees wide, have a little rest. Deep, slow breath. Okay. Next set, doing little hip circles. So extend the right leg, bring it in, circle it, bring it in, take it back. So in, round, in, back. In, round, in, back. Inhale in, round, exhale back. Inhale in, round, exhale in, back. Okay, take a deep breath. Don't be surprised if you do get more kind of worn out and tired than you normally would do. You just kind of have to embrace the change. So left leg goes back, inhale, bring it in, round, in, back, in, round, in, back. Inhale, round, exhale, back. Just 2 more. Good. And then the knees wide, take child's pose. Take a breath. So last set of pelvic stability movements here. We'll take the right knee back, bend the knee and flex the foot. Look behind you so you can just see that your sacrum is in line and you're not like opening your hip out to the side. And from there, just lift the chest, lengthen belly, look forward, just pulse the foot straight up. And then from the other side, lift up the left leg, bend the knee, flex the foot and look behind you. And then from here, you just want to make sure again that your pelvis is nice and stable, your sacrum stable and even, and then pulse the foot. Keep the chest up. And bring it down. So the knees wide, into child's pose. Take a rest. So from here, let's now tuck the toes under and push up into squat by pressing into your hands. Knees go wide. So squat position. You might find your heels don't touch the floor. That's quite normal. Otherwise, if you can bring the heels down and practice balancing here. Lifting the chest real nice and tall. And breathing deeply. The more you lean back into your heels, the more you use your glutes, and the more that actually helps support and strengthen the pelvic floor. From here, you're going to stand up. So stick your bum out behind you, arms around, and reach all the way up. And then just bring the arms around and down. So squats, brilliant. They're going to help you throughout your pregnancy. The standard kind of squat is really helpful to just incorporate now into your yoga practice. Start with the feet slightly turned out, so your toes turned out. And then as you're coming down, you want to really stick your bum out behind you and then keep the spine long and the arms down. So inhale down And exhale, you can breathe out through the mouth. Exhale, thrust the pelvis forward. And that makes you strengthen the back of your legs and your glutes. So, simple as that. Let's do 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, going as low as you can, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then we can come into Utkatasana, which is a more traditional yogic kind of interpretation of a squat position, really strengthening for the glutes, also for the upper back. So sit down into your heels as if you're going to sit into a chair and reach the arms up. Lift your chest. And keep the shoulders broad so you're not stressing out your neck. Keep leaning into the heels and breathing here. Keep the eyes focused on one point, and that helps keep your mind steady. Keep leaning back, sitting back as low as you can on the exhale, lifting the arms high on the inhale. And then push down into the feet and reach all the way up. Inhale, arms to the sides, exhale. So second set of squats. This time we'll have the feet a little bit wider. So maybe to the kind of width of your mat. Again, toes turned out. I'm out of breath already. If, like me, you need to rest, go for it. But otherwise, just keep going with the sequence. So another 10 squats, toes turned out, sit back down, inhale, and then exhale, thrust the hips forward to really strengthen the backs of the legs. 2, and also exhale, push the shoulder blades together as you come up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, second Utkatasana, aiming for 5 breaths here. So now bringing the toes to turn in a little bit. Sit down, reach the arms up, inhale, reach up, exhale, sit down. Inhale 2, exhale, inhale 3, exhale. You can take the arms over the head if you can. Inhale 4, exhale, inhale 5, exhale, pushing down into the feet, inhale, reach up, exhale, arms to the sides. And now the third set of squats, we'll have the feet really wide, toes turned out, sitting all the way back. Inhale, and exhale, standing up. 2, 1, can't count, 2, 3, 4, leaning into the heels as much as you can, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you better be joining in at home, 10, all right, and then the feet together. So the next version or variation on Utkatasana, fierce pose, will be more like what they do in Pilates, which is a move called skating. I don't know if you've ever done dynamic reformer Pilates, but it's a killer on the bum. It's really good. So it's just modified here for a yoga scene. So shift all your weight into your, let's go with the right foot first, and into the heel. So your arms are out like your standard Utkatasana. And then take the weight out of your left heel and drag and slide the foot along. Aiming for about 8 of those. Keep leaning back into the right heel. Cool, and then shift now into the left heel. So lean back, sit low, stick your bum out. All the weight is in the left heel. And then pick up your right foot and drag it along. Keep breathing smoothly. And 8. And then stay in both heels. The arms are up, you're leaning back. Keep breathing. Stay with me if you can. You're going to shift into the right heel, shift into the left heel. Back into both heels, take the arms back alongside your hips, palms face up, shoulders together, and then lift into the right, shift into the right heel, left heel, both heels, arms reach up, inhale, and push down into the feet, exhale, standing up. Gosh, that's hard. All right, so once you've caught your breath, and do take time to catch your breath, maybe get a drink of water, especially if you feel dizzy or anything like that. We'll move then on to the balance. Okay, so turn to your side and lift up your left leg, balancing on the right leg, keeping your right leg really firm and strong. And then start to extend your left leg back. Chest is up, your hands on the hips just to help guide your balance. Look up ahead. It's kind of a variation of Warrior 3, but not as intense. I'm going to really work on keeping the heart lifting and the shoulders back. From here, turn out your left toes, so the heel is in and the toes are out. Lift up your chest and stay even through the pelvis and start to pulse that back leg. Here you'll really feel your glutes working. So just pulsing the leg up and down. Keep your balance. The key to protecting your lower back is having really strong glutes. And then bring the left knee forward and find tree pose. And bring it down. So we'll try that on the other side. Looking down at the feet, shift your weight into your left leg, raise the right leg back, and just steer the hips so that they're pointing straight ahead and your chest is up. As the chest leans forward, the right leg goes back. Whoops, you may wobble around. It's quite normal. Don't worry about it. So turn your right toes out and begin to pulse the leg. Keeping the glutes very engaged. Shouldn't feel compression in the hip. If you do, you just need to change the angle of the leg and the toes. Then bend that knee, bring it forward and place the foot into tree pose, reaching your arms up. And back down. So we'll finish the strength standing postures with the feet apart, toes turned out, into a kind of a horse squat. It's a really classy position. Look like a sumo wrestler, I suppose. All right, we want to lean back a little bit so that the shoulders are over the hips and have the knees out. So I'm going to take the arms up to the sides, reach them up. Deep breath in. And then when you exhale, take the arms to the sides. Inhale, bring them forward and around and up. Exhale, out to the sides. Carry on like that with the arms. So we want to keep a kind of buoyancy through the pelvis, so you're not collapsing into your joints. So we're trying practicing just little pulses here. They're not bounces, but more pulses. So keep the arms out, and you can turn the palms to face back, arms behind you, squeezing shoulder blades together. Maybe you can lift your toes. Should feel the thighs working quite firmly now. And then reach all the way up, straighten the legs, and heel toe the feet together as you bring the arms down. Okay, your legs, your glutes, they should feel quite strong. And let's come back down to the mat now. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, into a forward bend. Halfway up, so sliding the hands to the knees. Inhale. Exhale, sitting down into squat. Can lean back into your heels, bring the heels down if you can. Or if you're more comfortable, stay on the balls of the feet. It's fine, just leaning back as much as you can. Walk the hands forward. knees touch down onto the ground at the same time. Back into tabletop position. But just use it to help you shift now onto your right side. I'm going to lie down onto the right side. Have the right arm underneath your ear. And just look down at your body, bend your knees, and have the heels in. Keep the belly nice and long. You can have your left hand in front of you to support you. We'll do the clam, which is a really great pelvic stabilizer. Again, strengthening the glutes. So, keeping the ankles glued together, inhale, open the knees apart, and then exhale, squeeze the glutes and squeeze the knees together. If you suffer from aches and pains in your lower back and you have a kind of rotated pelvis, then this is really great for helping realign your pelvis and balance the muscles through your lower body. So it's inhale, knees apart, exhale, squeeze the glutes, pulling the knees together. You're creating the resistance in this, so making it a lot harder for yourself by keeping the engagement all the way through. Zip up the inner thighs, zip up the pelvic floor to add to the effectiveness of the movement. So as you're going into your third trimester, lying on your right side becomes a little more uncomfortable because your womb kind of puts weight onto the liver, so it can make you feel quite sick. So if this doesn't feel appropriate for you, then just come up out of it. Otherwise, we're still working here, working really strongly on keeping the glutes engaged. Now we can try keeping the knees together and open up the ankles and then squeeze, bringing the ankles together. Inhale, open, exhale, squeeze. Keep the length in the belly, the chest lifting, so you're not rounding too much. And again, you don't want to just be like flapping the leg apart because that's not doing anything. Really work on squeezing. As if you've got like a big beach ball between your legs and you're trying to pop it. And then put the two together, the knees and the ankles. Inhale, open knees. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open ankles. Exhale, squeeze. You can do the clam any time of day in front of the TV. It's good to just make it a regular thing. Before we come up to the other side, we'll just stick with this right side and straighten out the legs. Lift up and lower, nice and simple, Jane Fonda style. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. So your glutes may be screaming out to you by now, that's a good thing. If you're feeling pinching or compressing in your hip, then it means you need to adjust the leg position maybe back a little. So you target your glutes, the muscles of your bum, not the hip joints, hip bones. Cool. And then if you're feeling really strong, you can come up onto head onto hand. Look at your foot, lift it, point the toes and make tennis ball size circles with your toe. And then reverse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, bend the knees. Oh, gosh. And just give yourself a round of applause. Okay, good. That's working. You know it's working because it hurts. All right, and then change sides. So come over to your left side. We'll repeat that sequence on the left side. So nice long torso. Right hand by your chest, knees bent. The clam. Squeeze the knees together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Activate all through the inner thigh and zip up the pelvic floor as you squeeze the knees together. And now let's try the reverse. So you're taking your feet apart. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the glutes and bring the ankles together. The knees stay stuck together now. You might find one side is easier than the other side. And just tune into that. Tune into where there is misalignment or kind of an imbalance of strength in your body. So the side it's harder on, try and do more repetitions on that side. And then putting the two together. Inhale, knees apart. Exhale, squeeze. And try not to tip your hips. Ankles apart. Exhale, squeeze. Hopefully you're still with me at home. I'm not just doing this on my own. Okay. A few more. Okay, so remember this is really helping to stabilize your pelvis and strengthen all the pelvic floor muscles and the muscles around the hips and the glutes, so you won't suffer from lower back pains. All right, now let's straighten out the legs. Nice straight line with your body. Taking left leg up and back. Inhale up, exhale down. So halfway, stay with me. Seven, 8, 9. Last one. 10. And then the tennis balls, don't want to forget those. So point your toes and then circle. And then back the other way. Oh my gosh. All right, bend the knee. Well done. Well done, us. All right. So let's come up to seated and just incorporate one of those twists where you're just stabilizing the pelvis here as well. And then let's stretch by bringing your left hand to the floor and the right arm over. Relax your shoulders. You can look up at your right arm. And then change sides. Swing the legs around and twist. Your sit bone will lift off the ground, that's fine. Left arm sweeps over the head as you side bend and stretch. And come back now to a seated position, the feet together, knees apart. Lift the chest nice and tall. And from here we can practice a few pelvic floor lifts. You may want to take a cushion and just place it under your sit bones. Yeah, it's the sensation of engaging from the pelvic floor as if interrupting yourself from having a wee, or if you really need to wee but you can't because there's no toilet. That feeling of lifting up, holding, and then release, and then lift and release. So obviously you can't see me do it, but hopefully you get the idea. Or you just spend a few moments practicing this. Just breathe normally, breathe comfortably. Just bear in mind actually that your jaw is inextricably linked to your pelvis. And if you clench your jaw, it kind of has a similar effect to the pelvis. So try and relax your jaw when you're releasing the pelvic floor. and that will really help. So first of all, we'll do fast twitch. So it's like lift, release, lift, release, lift, release. It's nice and easy. And your midwife has probably recommended that you practice your pelvic floor lifts every day. You can do it on the bus, at work. See, no one can tell you're doing it. I'm doing it right now. You can't tell. All right, so now try a big long lift. So you hold, can't go to wee, and then a big release. So slow movement there. What would help is if you inhale, lift, and exhale, release. So you can do much more of those in your own time at a leisurely pace. Right, so from here, let's move on to cross leg and start to warm down the practice with the breathing exercise. We'll take the right hand to the belly and the left hand to the chest to help you sit tall and to help you connect the womb space to the heart space. In yoga, there's said to be like this energetic channel in women which kind of connects the love from the mother's heart to the baby, which is quite nice. So just drop your chin to your chest, close your eyes, and tune into that energetic channel. Just start to visualize this as a stream of energy from the womb to the heart. If it helps, send your breath up and down this energetic channel to help guide your awareness into the two spaces. You can spend longer here if it feels right and you have the time. Entering a meditative state becomes a lot more of a natural thing during pregnancy. And slowly sliding the hands down. We create Yoni Mudra, which is a female energetic kind of energy circuit, by bringing the fingertips together and the thumbs together into this downward facing triangle, and just place it on the lower womb and just allow the heat from the palms to just radiate here on the womb. Just using this sacred time and space to really connect to your baby. And when you're ready, come down now onto your mat for final relaxation to close the practice. So if you're in your later part of the second trimester, you may want to be on your left side. Otherwise, it might still be comfortable just lying straight on your back. But just come down and spend a few moments. Pillow between the legs is always good. Just resting, eyes closed, eyes relaxed. Melt down into the ground. If you have the time and you need the rest, just stay here in final relaxation for as long as you like. Otherwise, start to stretch and awaken and come up to seated. So thanks very much for watching. I hope that was helpful. You can practice the video as many times as you like. It's only going to make you fitter and stronger and suitable from the second trimester onwards. Here I'm going to share with you 5 postures which work with side bends to help give you more of a sense of space in your body.